Waiting for my giant tomahawk ribeye to rest, and I am pairing it with a Chateauneuf du Pape 2019 Font du Roi, and it is very high alcohol, 15.5. I don't love to go by scores. This was about $40 through JJ Buckley, so I'm sure it was discounted. $40 for Chateauneuf's pretty inexpensive. 95 points, supposed to be ripe, opulent, all these things. I have had Chateauneufs, I've just not had a lot of success with. I think they're fine, but I just prefer to go to other parts of the Southern Rhone, Gigondas, Vacaras, some of the others than Chateauneuf. I've had much better experiences. So I've only let this decant a little bit, but the first thing I get is just an incredible amount of earth and mushroom, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's not going to be this overripe opulent style that I can, from what I can tell. It's not jet black. I could see my fingers through the wine. So in Chateauneuf, at least it used to be that you could have up to 13 different varietals in a Chateauneuf. Typically, Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, Cinsault, Carignan would be the dominant. Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre being the dominant. I don't know. Sometimes this is probably Grenache heavy, I'm guessing, but I'm not 100% sure on the percentages of each of the varietals. But yeah, it is heavy on the earth and rustic aromas. A little bit of black raspberry, just a little. Some spice too. I'd say some more like white pepper, not black pepper. More dark fruited and luscious on the palate. Could feel the alcohol a little bit. Not super hot for 15.5. There's tannin in there. Probably the most tannic Chateauneuf I've ever had. I wonder if that means there's a bit more Mourvedre in there, percentage-wise. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe my magic formula is that I want a Chateauneuf to have a bit more Mourvedre for that extra texture, body, and tannin. Maybe. The earth's still there, the mushroom's still. Then there's blackberry, there's raspberry, black raspberry, and blue blackberry. On the palate, it's far better than the nose. I actually think I like it. This might be the first Chateauneuf in a while that I'm actually enjoying. I think this will pair really well with the steak, actually. The finish is medium plus. The tannin is medium plus, if not high tannin. Let's just say medium plus. And the acid is where it's lacking a bit, but that's absolutely Grenache. I think Grenache is, it's red fruited typically. I'm not getting a lot of red fruit though. Low acid. No. Is Grenache high acid, low tannin? Now I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting. I think it's getting better as it decants as well. I have a little baby decanter here. See how it opens up. There's no greenness. There's no green pepper. Nothing herbal. Typically with a lot of these, I'll get the garrigue, that lavender, herbal, thyme, basil, like walking through the south of the Southern Rhone. Doesn't have any of that. I'm guessing there's a little bit more Syrah. I wonder if this is a little more Syrah Mourvedre heavy and lighter on the Grenache, and that is maybe why I like this more. Not that I dislike Grenache. I do like Grenache. I like 100% Grenache for sure. Just sometimes the Chateauneuf blends haven't been to my liking. Chateau, like the Pégao one, which gets all the accolades, tons, I just not a fan. Now I do know there's a Chateauneuf called, is it Chateauneuf du Pape? Super expensive. Never had that. Just too much money. But no, this is actually pretty enjoyable. I really am curious on the percentages here. So this is good. This is really good. I'm really going to enjoy pairing this with a steak without a doubt. So I'm feeling the heat a little bit. It is a little hot, but it's a 15.5% alcohol wine. So that makes sense. That lines up with this. So yeah, I would definitely do this one again. I think what I just read is this is this property's own second vintage. This could absolutely age far longer. I always loved these bottles. So they have a classy looking bottle for sure. The embossment on the bottle and then the labels are always pretty classy, I think. They scream elegance. See, a little less earth now, a little less mushroom. Yeah, a good decant on this would probably make it change in all the right ways. Well, I finally found a Chateauneuf that I am fond of in the last few years, so I'm going to enjoy this with my steak now. And if there's anything else to say about it, I will say it in a subsequent video. Have a good night.